So each member of the body of Christ has its own unique position and function. If you are a foot, you do not experience the same stresses or challenges as the hand. It is very important to consider this about each member of that body. Because you are a unique and specific part, you require a unique and specific set of directives. Yes, though we are all part of one body with the mission of bringing and showing that body throughout the earth, taking the gospel into the all nations, revealing the authority of God, we still have unique tasks and responsibilities. These require a specific focus that must be zeroed in on to complete your race with precision, discipline, accuracy, and faith. So find the section of body or the section of the body where God has planted you. Be courageous and go forth in your unique responsibility unto God. So this is important because, again, I really feel like it's easy for us to kind of get things misconstrued. You know, you meet God and God gives you your purpose, man, and you're walking in your purpose and you're doing it with him powerfully and profoundly. And you have experienced a great deal of fruit from your unique section or purpose or member, but you wouldn't really identify yourself as a specific member unless you are kind of aware of that. So what happens is you see another member and maybe you see something that they're doing that doesn't kind of measure up to the way that you've done things. So you start to kind of trying to give them advice, or you may start to just kind of try to break down what it is that you think is going on in error with them that could maybe help them. But you don't realize what you're seeing is you're seeing another part of the body. Remember, the finger does not hold the same responsibility as the toe. You know, we can go on and on with these descriptions, but you understand. So you have to realize and think about what those things look like. What does it look like to be a toe and to get a directive from God that is specifically directly tied to what the toe's responsibility to the body is? It cannot be the same as the finger. You cannot even hear the same directives from God as a toe and as a finger, as a hand and as a foot, as a leg and as an elbow. It's impossible because you have a unique position in the body that requires a specific type of movement. Now, we all have the same responsibility of taking Christ into the world, preaching the good news, healing the sick, raising the dead, making those that are poor, making them wealthy in truth, in the spirit and in the nature and the characteristics of God. So yeah, those foundational commissions won't never change. But what's different is how God is going to use you individually and specifically and distinctly to carry that message. And just like the other members. So again, I wanted to revisit this just briefly, just to kind of hopefully I can clear up a little bit more, for those of us that need that. And just pray that you don't allow the speck in your eye. And I'm just gonna call it a speck because I don't think it needs to be a beam. But you don't allow the speck in your eye to cloud up the wisdom and the understanding that God does. We adhere. Man, this is Rising Ground Church, we have a mandate of the divine flow. The divine flow is just simply yielding to the Spirit of God in all ways and all things, and allowing God to maneuver you in the places that God knows that he wants to take you, or he knows that you need to actually be. Now, some of us may think that that's what we're already doing, but I guarantee you're not. So we get caught up in a lot of different doctrines and a lot of different things, and I'm not saying anybody's wrong, but I am saying that we have to depend on the Spirit of God to guide us where we belong, where we were meant to thrive. because there's so many ways to be tricked by the enemy. There's so many wisdoms that you think are wisdoms that are there to cloud you and to ultimately steal from you, just really making life, something other than what God intended. So pray it makes sense, people. Pastor Jamal, Rising Ground Church. I will see you or talk to you on the next one. Peace.